What is up, everybody? So I'm back and I'm continuing to go over what was being printed in the press at the time of Steven Avery and Brendan Dassey's arrest and what was being printed at the time their trial was going on. The first article from today is from February 22nd, 2007, and it is from the Madison, Wisconsin State Journal. It states, tape of victim heard in Avery's trial. After listening to 27 witnesses over a week and a half, jurors in the murder trial of Steven Avery heard the victim's recorded voice Wednesday setting up an appointment with another Avery family member the day she disappeared. Manitowoc County Sheriff Detective David Raymaker testified Wednesday that he searched the home of Steven Avery's sister and who is also Brendan Dassey's mother on November 6, 2005. During that search, he found a digital answering machine. He said he listened to the messages and one was from Teresa Halbach. Hello, this is Teresa with Auto Trader Magazine, the photographer. Just giving you a call to let you know I can come out there today in the afternoon. I will probably be there around 2 o'clock or even a little later. During the opening statements, Special Prosecutor Ken Kratz said Avery lured Halbach to the home. The next article is from February 27th, 2007 from the Madison Capital Times. One of Steven Avery's nephews testified today that he saw a fire near his uncle's home on the day a freelance photographer disappeared. Steven Avery's nephew, Blaine Dassey, testified today that he and Brendan got off the school bus at home at 3:40 p.m. on October 31st, the last day Halbach was seen alive. Blaine Dassey said he played video games before leaving at about 5 p.m. to go trick-or-treating. When he returned home at about 11 p.m., he saw flames shooting up about 5 feet in a fire behind the garage at Steven Avery's home. I seen Steven Avery sitting there watching the fire. He said he went to bed without talking to his uncle or seeing what was being burned and couldn't remember whether Brendan Dassey was at home in a bedroom too. Special Prosecutor Ken Kratz asked Blaine Dassey whether he was nervous to testify with his uncle watching from the defense table. Not really, he stated. Also today, Avery's attorneys asked the Manitowoc County Circuit Court Judge Patrick Willis to strike testimony about a bullet fragment as a defense expert was not allowed to observe state crime lab tests. DNA analyst Sherry Coulan testified Monday that she found Halbach's DNA on the fragment, but then contaminated a control test with her own DNA. Investigators found the bullet in Steven Avery's garage. The forensic scientist at the state crime lab also testified she couldn't say whether the blood found in Halbach's sports utility vehicle came directly from Steven Avery, even though it contained his DNA. One of Avery's lawyers, Jerome Buting, has said he found an unsecured vial of Avery's blood in the county courthouse taken during Avery's appeal of his 1985 rape case conviction, and that could have been used to plant evidence. You cannot tell this jury without any degree of certainty that Steven Avery himself was ever inside the vehicle, can you? Buting asked Monday. She replied with no. And the last article from today, we're going to talk about Avery trial focuses on bone find. This is from February 28th, 2007, and it's from the Madison Capital Times. Bone fragments, including some from a skull, were found near a burn pit behind Steven Avery's garage. His attorneys have said Manitowoc County deputies were embarrassed by his lawsuit and planted evidence to frame him for Teresa Halbach's murder. Tom Sturdivant of the State Division of Criminal Investigation testified Wednesday that the investigators found a 1-inch long bone fragment outside of the pit and a piece of zipper in debris taken from the hole. They found a hammer and shovel nearby. At this point in time, we don't know whether Teresa Halbach is alive or dead. He testified, I didn't consider it a cremation scene, I considered it a fire scene. The bone fragments were found November 8th, 2005. Halbach was last seen on October 31st and was reported missing on November 3rd. A DNA analyst has already testified that the bone fragments found by investigators matched Halbach's DNA. He also stated a dog initially made it hard for investigators to get close to the burn pit. As you walked to the mound of dirt, the dog would come out and at times be aggressive and charge toward the people walking toward the pile. Well, let me know what you think. What do you think of the articles we went over today? What do you think of what is going on in the trial at this particular time? Leave some comments below. I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you again soon.